A very good day, everyone. My name is Purna Sri Kamala Tamilarasan, and my metric card number is 01DDT22F1157. So, today, me and my group members, Divashini and Fasha, are going to present the problem based task for computer forensic subject. So this is the question one for the problem-based task. The question one title is Digital Image Forensic Investigation Metadata Analysis. The problem statement states that as a digital forensic analysis tasked with investigating the authenticity of an image, your mission is to identify the metadata associated with the image. So we have two tasks, which is first one is metadata extraction and second one is documentation and reporting. Let me continue with the introduction. First of all, let me start with the introduction. In the world of digital investigation, making sure that digital image are genuine is really important. That's why we are doing the practical based task, which is called digital image forensic investigation metadata analysis. Our goal is to figure out if a picture has been changed in any way by looking closely at its hidden information, like when it was made, what camera was used, and if it is was edited or not. We are using a tool called Autopsy to help us with this task because it's real a reliable way to uncover the real story behind the image. As I said before, we are going to use Autopsy to do the investigation of metadata analysis. Autopsy is widely used open source digital forensic tool which is very user friendly and it has many powerful features. The autopsy facilitates the extraction of metadata within digital files. In our investigation, we utilize autopsy to extract metadata associated with the image file, including crucial details like creation timestamp, camera model, GPS coordinates, and indication of editing software use. This tool empowers us to conduct a thorough examination, ensuring a robust analysis of the image authenticity. Okay, now let me show you how to use this autopsy to extract the metadata from a image file. First, we have to download the autopsy from the Google Chrome. Then we can install it in our own PC or laptop. Once the download is successful, we have to click on create a new case, and here we have to enter the case name and the case type, the information about the case. So here I have choose test metadata as a case name. Once done with filling the case information, here will be the next column, which is called optional information. It's about the case number, examiner, and organization. It is optional. We can fill up or we can skip this part. Then we have to click on finish. After that, we will go through some steps such as select host. We are going to generate a new host name based on the data source name. So click on the generate option and click next. So the second one, we are going to select the data source type. I'm I'm selecting the logical file and click next. Then in the third step, we have to choose the image which we are going to test. I have saved it as test. Then once we select it, can click select, then click next. So once we successfully choose the file that we are going to examine, we also can edit the timestamps to include, which is modify time, creation time, access time. We just need to click on the tick box and click next. Here it will ask to configure ingest It is like all files what we are looking for in the file that we are going to upload. For example, like hash lookup, file identification. So we can select all and click next. So this is our image that we are going to do the metadata analysis. I download it from Google also. I have uploaded successfully. Once I upload the image in the autopsy, these are the results from the autopsy scanning. So it shows the metadata of the image. My other group member will explain what are the result and finding that we have. That's all from me. Thank you.
A good day to Enche Nizam. I'm Divashni Saravanan. My metrica number is 01DDT22F1016. I will be continuing with the step number 10, which is this is the text that is hidden in the image. In this text, we can see the type of the camera and the model of the camera, which is Nikon, and the model is E950. We also can see the hash coding in this image. Next, we can see the metadata of the test image includes the creation and modification timestamps of the image. First, here we can see the name of the file, which is logical file set test jpj. Next, we can see the type of the image. We also can see the size of the image. We can see the file name allocation, metadata allocation are allocated, the fisher time also we can see here. We also can see the access time and the created time, and we can see when it is changed. We can see the type of the encryption, which is md5 and SHA-256, and then lastly we can see the location of the file. Moreover, test image analysis result that includes the information about camera used to capture the image. As we see in the secret message, it shows the device it makes, which is Nikon, and device model. It also shows the score, which is cannot be notable, and it shows the type, which is exif metadata. The second analysis result show the score is unknown, and the type of the analysis is user content is suspected, so we can know that the content is suspected. And the comment, it shows the exif metadata exists for this file. Lastly, this image doesn't have geolocation artifacts data. So now I would like to continue with the findings. In the findings from the metadata analysis on the image, it is found that the image has hidden a text. Besides that, the image was created on 1st May 2024 at 3:43 a.m. and was accessed after that at 3:08 p.m. on the same day. The digital image forensics also shows the camera make and model that used to capture the image, which is Nikon and E950. However, there is no data source that shows that geolocation artifacts is found. In the analysis of anomalies, the access time step indicates that the image was accessed approximately 12 hours after its creation, raising concern about its authenticity. Moreover, the hidden text from the image raises serious concern about the integrity of the image and the intention of those involved. It is suggests deliberate attempts to alter and obfuscate the content, potentially undermining the credibility of the evidence. Now, I will give the recommendation to avoid this situation. The first recommendation will be conduct a forensic analysis of the image file to detect any hidden or altered data through interviews of individuals. The second recommendation will be involve in the creation of handling of the image to gather additional context. So, in summary, based on the analysis of metadata, there are significant concerns regarding the authenticity of the image. Further investigation is warranted to determine the veracity of the evidence presented. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Fasha Irina binti Adira. My matrix number is 01DDT22F1071. I will present the question number 2. Question number 2 is about analyzing FTP traffic using Wireshark. The problem statement given, XYZ Inc., a multinational corporation, has detected unusual network activity within its internal network, a conspicuous surge in FTP traffic originating from a specific internal IP address to an external one. Such activity raised concerns regarding potential data exfiltration or unauthorized file transfers, prompting an investigative response. The task given, number one, is analyze captured PCAP data. Delve into the captured PCAP data to isolate and extract FTP sessions for further examination. Number two, examine FTP commands and transfer files. Scrutinize the FTP traffic to decide commands issued and files transfer, seeking any indication of suspicious or unauthorized activity. Number three, identify security threats and anomalies. Employing Wireshark, identify potential security threats or anomalies within the FTP traffic, shedding light on any unauthorized access or data breach. And number four, document and report findings. Document all recent findings comprehensively, outlining any identified security threats or suspicious activities observed during the analysis. First, download the PCAP file and open the file in Wireshark. So this is when we click the document in download file. So this is the file that we open in Wireshark. And then we need to type FTP in the filter box and all the information about the filter of FTP will appear. Number three, choose any number and get the information by right click on it. Then choose follow and TCP stream. Number four, identify potential security threats or anomalies in the FTP traffic. This is an encrypted FTP files. So we need to type FTP port equal 21. The sessions use plain FTP and encrypted on port 21. This means the username, password, and transferred data, contents of the files music.mp3 are transmitted in clear text and could be used by attackers on the network. And this is the weak password. This password can be easily guessed through brute force attack. Strong password should be used to prevent unauthorized access for FTP accounts. So, conclusion for the question number two. In the pursuit of uncovering the truth behind the image under scrutiny, our investigation into its metadata has been instrumental. Through the meticulous extraction and analysis of metadata using autopsy, we have gained valuable insights into the image authenticity. Our findings not only provide clarity regarding the image origin and potential modifications, but also underscore the importance of metadata examination in digital forensic investigations. With a comprehensive report documenting our analysis, we have equipped stakeholders with the necessary information to make informed decisions regarding the case at hand. That's all from us. Thank you.